A piece just came off, and I believe my hair was holding it on, so I'm about to show you. Yeah, this just came out. Growing up, we always thought it was just a birthmark, you know. This is it right here.
But mine was different. Mine was huge. It was on my face and it was texturized. It wasn't like everybody else's. So growing up, we always believed that it was just a birthmark until I had my first baby. It started growing, it started cracking, it started getting infections. So I decided to go to a dermatologist. And when I went there, I basically got a biopsy done. At first, they couldn't tell what it was inconclusive. So we did another, and it popped up as linear nevus sebaceous syndrome. So once we figured that out, we kind of came up with a treatment plan. We tried freezing it off. I mean, it fell off, but it grew right back. After that, it was just kind of like they didn't even know how to move forward. I didn't know how to move forward, so I just let it go. And eventually, I mean, it kind of calmed down. It didn't get too bad. It was okay to deal with. Like, I was okay with where I was at with it. But then I kept getting infections, and I kept having babies. I have 4 babies. With my last one, I was like, okay, I've had enough. So I had an MRI done and I had a CAT scan done. In those scans, we figured out that one side of my brain is larger than the other. I have a cyst in my head that's normal to my body. I was born with it. And I have a tumor growing behind my nose that's causing my whole face to shift. I also learned that this eyeball is way bigger than this eyeball.
Yes, it is itchy.
Yes, it hurts when I pick at it. I mean, I was really just worried about if I would have a husband, if I'd have kids.
But I really want to talk about, like, growing up. You would think that I would have had terrible childhood because I had this big thing on my face. I was an easy target. A lot of people would say I had doo-doo on my face. I would have friends that would turn around and not be my friends and then just throw my birthmark in my face out. Like, I've heard it all, really. Kids being kids, you know? But other than that, my childhood really wasn't that bad.
It's 0.3%, so it's very rare. And when you try to look it up, you're really not going to find that much information. The most you're going to find is that it comes with intellectual disabilities, it comes with seizures, it comes with deformalities, it comes with one side of the brain being larger than the other. I do not have any intellectual disabilities, I do not have seizures, but I do have pretty much everything else. And it's crazy to think about because I didn't even know I had all this going on inside my head until a couple months ago. I've decided to use social media to spread awareness because I remember once I found out my diagnosis, going on Google and just not being able to find anything, like, couldn't find nothing. But I did learn that it's not hereditary. My kids cannot get it. They do not have it. I cannot pass it to no one, and no one passed it to me. So it's basically something that just happened when my DNA was being established. Basically, there was a malfunction, which caused me to have this rare disease. I still live a very normal life. I drive, I work, I take care of my kids, I take care of my man. I do everything everybody else does. My goal here was to raise awareness and advocate for those that look different, feel different, and, you know, people that feel like it's hard to be accepted by society because, you know, I felt like that for a very long time.
So Jordan couldn't freeze it off or laser it off, but she could get it surgically removed. And that's exactly what she did. This is what she looked like before removal. And this is what she looks like now.
And as you can see, I did get it removed. I've learned to love myself. I've learned to build my self-confidence. And I'm just really excited to see where I'll be in the next few years. And now that my birthmark's gone, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
What if someone were to eat it?
In this space, obviously.
I don't think that would taste very good.
Is there anybody?